why it is like that. But in this project, I didn't do that because actually, as some of my colleagues suggested, hey, Richard, why don't you put the stroke order here? I said, technically I could, but it takes a lot of space, too much space over there. So I didn't do that. Well, the purpose of this one is to make an instinct connection between the image. That's it. I'm not really teaching them how to write yet. This is not the purpose of this project. The purpose of this project is to make at one look, at one glance, you got it. So a little bit different. But of course, stroke order, yes. So this is mainly reading, recognition, memorization of the Chinese characters. It's not really to write yet. But maybe
you can choose the number with the computer typing. You can choose the number if you know the character. You can easily choose.
Oh, okay. Because you recognize that.
One number one. Then if you can realize, oh, I want number 7. It's number 7 in the screen.
Yeah.
You are old when you reach 70. By that time, you might need a walking stick to walk around. That is why there is T7 at the bottom of Lao.
Because this is one of the characters they will learn. This is one of the first few characters that students are learning. So they learned 2 already, they learned 10 already. So now it's time for them to build something more complicated and more useful for them to write.
70月老，人过70古来稀。届时人已老态龙钟，手拄拐杖，步履艰难。
This is sad, but it happens, huh? This one I changed a little bit. Instead of 少, I deliberately made it into 少.
Shao refers to young children and is developed from xiao. The slanted line at the bottom of shao can be exemplified by a slide on which young children like to play. When pronounced using the third tone, shao, the character means a few, such as po shao, how many?
The female voice is Dan Pushback. She's right now, at that time when she was in Northwestern University, she was the head of the East Asian Library Collection. Now she's the director of the library in University of Hawaii. Her Chinese is excellent. Oh yeah, her Chinese is beautiful.
Bo refers to the concept of many things stored layer upon layer. Therefore, there is more than one xi in bo. It is often combined with shao to make the phrase po shao, how many?
And for this xi of course means dusk. When it is kind of blurry, when you do not see them very well because there are so many of them. So when you put things so many together in dusk, and it's not clear anymore, and together it is so many because it is kind of confusing. That's why it is layer upon layer of xi over here. Well, now you will see I include in this project 2 forms. One is the traditional form for traditional Chinese characters, and the other is the simplified. Whenever I have 2, I usually introduce I feel that traditional characters are closer to its original form, and the simplified are actually more modern, more contemporary, further away from its origin. So it's getting more abstract. But for the students in this country, I do not suggest totally ignore the traditional or abandon the simplified for political reasons. I feel that our students here in this country are entitled to know both. So whenever possible, I would like to show my students the original form, the traditional form, and then tell them the systematic way of connection and also simplification, so that they can handle both by the end of the training in those instruments or units. So don't take any side and don't be biased against anyone. Just teach the Chinese. That's myself and my colleagues.
But if you're teaching like middle school and high school students, do they get confused if you try to teach them two different?
No. Actually, my experience is, first of all, I don't know what textbook you use.
I'm not thinking of starting a program.
Okay, if I can give you one sentence of suggestion, I would say I will start in the high school level. I will start with the simplified. And then when they reach to a certain level, the teachers should be encouraged or should be instructed to make the necessary connection, because there's no way they can avoid going to Chinatowns in the United States and the characters they see, oh, that's traditional, and they don't know what they are doing, but they should be able to recognize Chinese characters in traditional form, but at the same time be able to write in simplified at the same time.
The writing is generally.
Yes.
Wouldn't it be better to teach them a traditional form first then? And
Yeah.
then that's what I learned.
Yes. Well, let me put it this way. For a group of die-hard, dedicated person like you, it's okay to teach it, to learn it that way. Actually, it's the better way for the die-hard friends.
Why did I
But
teachers?
Yeah, okay. But for, I assume today's audience are mainly high school or middle school or elementary school teachers. For the younger kids, the academic, the origin, the loyalty to the traditional Chinese characters can be backseated a little bit time. In university, for more than 10 years in Northwestern University where I served as the director, even though I come from mainland myself, I started teaching them the tradition. And then when they reach the second year and the third year, I gradually introduce them, take them to the simplified. I believe pedagogically it is the best. Yeah. But now more and more schools are starting totally with simplified Chinese characters. I gave up finally under the pressure from my colleagues. Said, okay, let's do that. But for the high schools, as I mentioned, I also teach the academic school of a public school district. I started with simplified because in terms of writing, it is easier. And whenever I have a chance, I said, look, this is the traditional form, and let me write it for you. Can you see the connection there? And sometimes when I teach them one word of the simplification, and I said, look, I'm going to give you another word in one form. Could you follow the example over here? Give me the other form. They go up there and they do it as easy as that.
You give the traditional and they do the simplified?
Yes. I mean, for example, just one word of simplification, like page, year, like year, like this character. So this is the simplified form, right? And then for the traditional